Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we have the 2-week update on this wax test which we're currently running on the test panel here. So we have 5 different waxes that have been applied 2 weeks ago, like I said. This here is the products that we are running, so quickly go through them. The Turtle Wax Ceramic plus Graphene Paste Wax, 75-year special edition stuff. Collinite number 476S, Bowden's own Beaut beads, Gyeon Q2 wax, and Artdeshine Graphene obsidian wax. So like I said, 2 weeks ago we applied, so there's been a couple of videos so far. We did the application video just so you guys could see what the application process is like, and the prices, cost, all that sort of stuff. We did an initial rinse 24 hours after that and a slickness test, and then we've done a 1-week wash. This is our 2nd week, so it's going to start rinsing it. It's actually not really needing a rinse because this is actually the first day. It hasn't been absolutely pounding us with rain here in Queensland. I'm actually flooded in at my suburb at the moment, so I actually can't go anywhere. Luckily house and cars and everything are fine, but yeah, so the panel's been sitting outside in all that rain, and it seems like we've had quite a bit of a change since the 1 week. So yeah, that's the initial rinse. I'm seeing some pretty big differences, and yeah, between each product, but between some of the products. But either way, let's just always, to be safe, make sure there's no residue on it, you know, dirt and everything, because where it was sitting outside by my retaining wall, with the amount of rain, we're actually getting a lot of mud come through and sort of splash all over this thing. So, you know, who knows? Could be a bit dirty still. So, yep, just give it a quick little wash. As always, using CarPro Reset. So there we go, there's our wash done. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, rinse our car shampoo, car soap, whatever you like to call it, off. Making sure it's a very, very thorough rinse, because although CarPro Reset, I don't really seem to get too many issues with sort of residue being left behind. It can apparently leave something, so just going to make sure we very thoroughly rinse it. Okay, that should about cover us. So what I'll do is, got the other cameras set up as well. I want to do basically a sheeting test, but as you can see, this turtle wax here, where I was going to start, is actually taking its time to sheet that water off. It is already, like, not failing, but it's already on its way out, I'd call it. Kind of a little bit disappointing. You can look at these 3 in the middle, and they're all looking great. They're all dry. They've just got some beads on them. The Artdeshine also is having a bit of trouble getting rid of that standing water there. So, it's a little bit disappointing. The Turtle Wax aren't claiming any type of like time frame for the durability that I've seen. And because it wasn't really a product that's been sold much in Australia, I don't really know too much about it. I did have to buy it from the US, from Amazon, but yeah, either way, let's just flood this now. So as you can see, quite easy to flood. It's still got a little bit of hydrophobic behavior there. You can see, you know, straight away sheeting at the corners. So it's still obviously there, but yeah, compared to the initial rinse, the 1 week mark, it already wasn't looking great, but you can see it change in time. So if this was like this from the start, you'd just say, oh, it's just not a very hydrophobic product, but I'm sure the protection is still there. But the fact that it just changes is what I'm judging it off. Now, I'm no chemist or scientist, it could still be the most UV protecting product here for all we know, which is probably the most important thing. But the fact that it's changed in those 2 weeks so much would sort of tell me that it's kind of not working as it did. That's just what I'm going to assume. So let's just go with the Collinite now. So you can see a very clear difference there. That Collinite is extremely hydrophobic. We are not able to flood that section. And yes, while it's not on the corner, so it's maybe makes it a little bit, you know, harder to flood, you can still see a clear difference there. Water is gone, it just runs off. So Collinite, very impressive. Cheapest product here, I believe, and yeah, definitely impressing me. So I'm going to just move my camera over a bit now so we can get some of the other products into the shot. So really what we're interested in is in these 3 middle ones here, because I can tell you right now the Artdeshine, just like the turtle wax, is already doing a slow sheet. So let's go with the Bowdens. Also not able to completely flood that, because while we are trying to flood it, it's already sheeting that water away, and you see it just runs straight off. So a lot like a Collinite, it just gets rid of that water. And straight onto the Gyeon now, and the same thing. Now, like last week, kind of get the feeling like Gyeon might be the most hydrophobic. Seems like Collinite and Bowdens are kind of on par. It's really hard to call. They're all extremely hydrophobic though, but I feel like the Gyeon's maybe got a slight edge there when we're trying to sheet. And the Artdeshine is, as you can see, just not sheeting at all. At any, let's move that camera over, at any great rate. It is just pulling up, it's really slow. So yeah, a little disappointing. From the start, it was kind of looked the best, I would say. It really gave a nice darkening effect to the paint, and it was definitely nice and slick. It's up there price-wise. It's what I think it was $70 for 100 mils. So probably one of the more expensive ones when you compare it by size to price. So yeah, as you can see, clearly the most, or the least hydrophobic out of the bunch. I'm going to say, it's really hard to call it between the 3 in the middle, but yeah, I'm going to say like the Gyeon, the Bowdens and the Collinite, all pretty much spot on. Kind of looks to me a little bit like the Gyeon might be the most hydrophobic, but it's hard to call. They're all looking great. 2 weeks in, as you'd expect. Just unfortunately, the turtle wax and the Artdeshine, a little bit disappointing. But with that done, let's just put the hose into a mist function, wait for this to finish sheeting off these other 2 sections, and yeah, we will get some bead testing going on. Okay, so with the panel mostly dry, we are going to mist over the entire thing, try and get some nice beading going on, just to sort of compare. Alright, so that should be good. Now we'll revert back to this camera. Alright, so let's come in nice and close. So yeah, you can see it's just the Artdeshine. So like here's the line of where the products are. It's not too much better than the just plain compounded paint. It's, yeah, not really beating up, whereas at first it really did. It's just, yeah, not like nice round beads. So yeah, a little bit disappointing, but I mean, waxes, some people just like applying them this is 2 washes. Some people just like applying, and this also, I'll add, if this car is parked in the garage that you have your wax on, and which most people that use waxes are more just like garage kept cars, they like to wax every couple of washes, then this is kind of accelerating it. If your car's garage, it's maybe going to go out once a week for a day, maybe get washed once a fortnight or once a month. So this would last a couple of months in that circumstance. But for me, I wouldn't apply it to my cars. A little bit short for durability, not looking great after only 2 weeks. But we've had other sealants that have been very similar to this. After 2 weeks, they were looking like this. So yeah, moving on to the Gyeon. So as you can see, a very clear difference between the two. So there's the Gyeon here, and really nice tight beads, super round. So yeah, really nice. I didn't put as much water on this section as some of the others, but yeah, coming over now to the Bowdens, and also really nice round beads. So yep, very happy with that, living up to its name of Beaut beads. Coming over now to the Collinite, and the same thing again. Now obviously had some runoffs here, so I'm trying to show even sections where there's the same amount of sort of water. But yeah, really again, nice beads. Very impressed, I've got to say, with the Collinite. Always hear a lot of hype about the Collinite. I can't remember they're all numbers. I can't remember the other one, but it's like the bottle. But people rave about that stuff. But I've always been more keen on the pace side of things, so the 476, and haven't really heard too much about this one, and it is very impressive. I will definitely recommend this stuff so far. And the turtle wax. Now you can see, I'm going to have a bit of a go here. I got a bit of a gripe with turtle wax. It is the most overhyped brand. People absolutely rave about it. They have put a lot of money into marketing. Their marketing is all very social media based. They pay and send products to reviewers, and they've had, in my mind, one good product, which was Seal and Shine, which was before all the hype. It's like they capitalized on that hype and they just made a bunch more products, and none of them, in my mind, are good. Their ceramic spray, whatever it was called, ceramic, yeah, just the ceramic spray, no good. No good at all. Their graphene one, no good. And now it's looking like their ceramic plus graphene wax. Same thing. I do not rate them. I would not recommend any of them. And people just absolutely, they get really upset that I'm not getting good results with turtle wax and some other brands. But I mean, you guys have seen me apply these. I don't have any bias. I can say that some of these were sent to me, which were the Bowdens and the Artdeshine. They were both sent to me to try. The rest of them I bought. And I mean, the Artdeshine was sent to me and it's doing the worst out of the entire test. So clearly I have no bias. I don't care. The companies that are sending it to me are just saying, test these out. Here's some products to try out on the channel. Test them out. So if I burn a bridge by, they're expecting me to give them, like, to fake the reviews. Like, say I went and rinsed one of these before the test and was like, oh, that's not looking good. I better put a quick detailer over that so it looks good again. That's not what I'm going to do. If they're expecting that, then, and they won't send me products again, that's fine. I don't mind buying the stuff. So I bought the Gyeon, I bought the Collinite, and I bought the turtle wax. The Bowdens they sent to me, and the Artdeshine was sent to me. So there's clearly no bias. I don't exclusively use any one brand. If anything, it would be CarPro, which is probably one of my least favorite spray sealants. In the first test we did was with CarPro Reload, and it is really an awful product. It's their worst product. Other than that, CarPro, I'm like a massive CarPro fanboy. I love all their stuff. So I'm not really biased against any brand at all. Look at my shelves, which are really dirty at the moment, so I won't turn around. There's everything there. So yeah, sort of point that out. And the other thing I want to point out, people are going to probably mention again, because it happened in a previous test, that, oh, well, it's the two end products that are failing. So then therefore the end products, it's not fair, the ones in the middle last. I move products around. In the last test I had the Bowden Zone, which won, on the end here. So there's nothing to do with where it is on the panel. Sort of point that out as well. But let's just, clearly the Artdeshine, no good for that sort of test. But what we're going to do is just hold the mist on and let's look at the way the water reacts as we let go. You can see it instantly disappears off the Gyeon and gives us those really, really nice beads. So really liking that Gyeon wax. Bowdens, same sort of thing. I am feeling the Gyeon's a little bit more hydrophobic. So yeah, what I thought in the first flooding test is definitely right. The Gyeon is the most hydrophobic. And yeah, the Collinite and the Bowdens are about the same. Not much in it at all, and that could change within a week. And if we come up here now to the top and just look at the size of these beads, really nice. So yeah, oh, I forgot to do the turtle wax, sorry. And the turtle wax, so yeah, a little bit disappointed in some of them, but it is what it is, just turtle wax. I had a few people asking me when I posted up that I was doing this test with that product that you can't really get in Australia, asking where I got it. Please don't go and spend the amount of money that I did to get it. It is not good. It is, yeah. If you get better results, that's great. I am not, and I would not recommend it based off my experience that I'm having with it. The amount of money, like it's cheap in the US, I will say. It's not expensive. In the US and UK, you can still buy it. Here, it was never released as far as I know, but you can buy it online from Amazon like I did, but you will overpay for it. Grab one of these three, which are available here in Australia, Gyeon, Bowdens, and the Collinite, and you'll be stoked. So yeah, I'll probably made this video far too long. I was trying to make this a bit shorter, but I guess I've been trapped inside from floods so long that I just kept rambling on to the camera. So yeah, I'm gonna end it there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you want to support the channel, you can do so by heading over to my Buy Me a Coffee page. There's a link in the description. You can buy me a coffee, or as I call them, buy me a beer. It's $5 each. Buy as many or as few as you'd like. If you're not interested, that's fine. But any money that you guys do give to the channel there, it just goes into a fund that I use to go buy more products for my future tests, which is how I was able to buy a few $100s worth of waxes to test out. We've already got the next test sorted, but if you guys have any suggestions, want to buy me a coffee or a beer, you can always type a comment in there and just say, you know, here's a beer, I'd love to see you try out this product. So yeah, feel free to do that. Other ways you can do without having to spend any money, if you want to support the channel, just give the videos a thumbs up down below. It really does help. Leave me a comment, even if it's just to say enjoyed the videos. It actually does help with YouTube, and subscribe if you're not already. But with all that said, that's going to be it for today. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.